Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Tuesday, the 12th of November, 2024. And in today's video, I'm going to decipher for you just a couple of important verses, perhaps 1 to 3, in the book of Isaiah chapter 48, okay? So head over to the book of Isaiah and head over to chapter 48, okay? I'm going to decipher for you verses 1 to 3 if you like, and I will be touching on verse 5 as well. Now, normally I don't decipher chapters that have already been fulfilled. Now, basically, this Isaiah chapter 48 has already been fulfilled, okay? The full 22 verses, if you like. I normally decipher things that are for the future, okay? So, yeah, so I don't normally really touch, prophecies that have come to pass, so to speak, but once in a while, I will do videos on prophecies that have come to pass, just to teach Bible scholars some meanings within the wording of the prophecies, if you like, okay? So before I begin, then, I do have a program as always, folks, okay? And I'm going to be doing a little bit of interpretation, if you like, especially on verses 1, okay? I do have a program here. And also on verse 3. Okay, so we're gonna go through verse 1 and 3 in particular. Okay, now when you read the first verse here, people can often get confused, or Bible scholars or biblical decipherers can often get confused when you have poetic words, if you like it says here, waters of Judah. Now, one of the things about the prophet Isaiah is that he can be very poetic in his verses, and therefore a lot of Bible scholars or biblical decipherers can actually get confused with Isaiah's poetry, if you like, okay? This is why it's very important that I decipher for you verses 1 and 3 and what they really mean in context. Just remember that all these prophecies here from verses 1 to 22 have already been fulfilled, okay? So now, verse 1. Hear you this, O house of Jacob. Okay, this of course means Israel, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. Okay, so what does this really mean? These waters of Judah, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. Basically, what he's saying here is that God is actually redeeming the people of Israel, which are in captivity in Babylon. Okay, and so Jesus is acting as the Redeemer, if you like, and is giving the Jewish people a commandment, if you like, by the prophet Isaiah: "Go you forth of Babylon, free from the Chaldeans." Okay, so basically Jesus is redeeming the Jewish people that are in captivity in Babylon. That's why all these prophecies have already come to pass. But when it comes to decoding waters of Judah, this quite simply is Jesus, okay? So basically what he's saying here is, hear you this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah. In other words, they are coming forth. What he's saying here, and are come forth, meaning that they are being redeemed, okay? They are being redeemed by Jesus, okay? Waters of Judah here is referring to Jesus himself, because water here, or waters if you like, is actually a type uh, of the salvation that Jesus provides, okay? So waters is actually referring to Jesus himself, whom is of the tribe of Judah, okay? Which were by the name of the Lord, and make mention of the God of Israel, but not in truth, not in righteousness, okay? So let us go through the program here, and I'll show you exactly what verse 1 is all about. So basically, Isaiah chapter 48 has been fulfilled, the 22 verses. For example, like if you read Verse 48:20, they are getting out of Babylon, okay? God, Jesus is redeeming the Jewish people, okay? So now verse 1, interpreting waters of Judah, which is Jesus, I just told you. Water in the Bible is a type, okay? A type of salvation. See John 4:14, okay? And I got it down in John 4:14, it reads, But whosoever drinketh of this water, meaning Jesus, if you drink this water, meaning if you believe in Jesus, that I shall give him, shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a wall of water springing into everlasting life. Okay, so basically, water, if you like, or waters of Judas, if you like, is referring to Jesus giving salvation. Jesus has said many times in the scriptures that if you believe on him, you will have eternal life. So what is referring to Jesus himself, and Judah, of course, Jesus is from the tribe of Judah. If you read, for example, like in Matthew uh, chapter 1, Jesus' genealogy, and also in Luke 3:23 to verse 38. Okay, so if you have waters plus Judah equals Jesus. Okay, so just remember that waters is a type of salvation that Jesus provides. Okay, so waters of Judah is actually referring to Jesus when you interpret what he's trying to say here. Okay, Jesus is actually trying to redeem. Okay, he's trying to redeem his people, getting them out of captivity from Babylon. Okay, so basically, of course, Jesus from the tribe of Judah. See his genealogy in Matthew chapter 1 or Luke 3:23 to verse 38. Okay, so when you put waters plus Judah, that equals Jesus. So basically, if you want to read this verse 1, if you want me to decode it for you and translate it into simple English, then this is how you should read. Okay, hear this, O house of Jacob, who are called by the name of Israel, and whom are being redeemed by Jesus. Okay, in other words, where it says waters of Judah, you are being redeemed by Jesus. Okay, who swear by the name of the Lord and confess the God of Israel, but not in truth or righteousness. Okay, so that's pretty much how you should read when you interpret this verse. I wanted to touch on Isaiah 48, if you like, mainly just to interpret what waters of Judah really means. Okay, because a lot of Bible scholars could get confused decoding this. Okay, waters of Judah. So I wanted to help the Bible scholar community to decode what waters of Judah really means. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about verse 3. Okay. And where it says here, I have declared the former things from the beginning. What he's saying here by I have declared the former things is that Jesus is giving the Jewish people prophecies of both captivity and redemption. Okay, because the fact that he says, I have declared the former things, the fact that Israel went into captivity, into Babylon, okay, Jesus has prophesied to the Jewish people, okay, he has declared the former things that they were going to go into captivity and also they were going to be redeemed as well. So those two things, okay, so Jesus is saying here through Isaiah, I have told you, Jewish people, the former things in which you were to go into captivity and then you were going to be redeemed by the prophecies, okay? From the beginning, okay? Why does it say from the beginning? So that the Jewish people cannot say later, my idol has done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them, okay? So basically, Jesus is saying, hey, I have declared the former things from the beginning. In other words, I have given you prophecies of both captivity and redemption from the beginning, okay, so that you later don't say like it says here in verse 5, I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Okay, this is what Jesus is saying through Isaiah. I have told you from the beginning what was going to happen to you, that you were going to go into captivity, and later on you were going to be redeemed. Okay, before it came to pass. Okay, so Jesus told the Jewish people before the prophecies came to pass that they were going to go into captivity, and that later they were going to be redeemed, so that the Jewish people, and Jesus showed it to them, because the Jewish people lived through these prophecies. That's what he's saying. So that before it came to pass, and I show it to thee. So the Jewish people lived through these prophecies. That's what Jesus showed them. Okay, lest you should say later, if you like, just paraphrasing here, that my idol has done them, because the Jewish people went into captivity because they fell into idolatry. Okay, so Jesus told them from the beginning. Okay, and show it to them by the prophecies and by what they had to go through into captivity, so that the Jewish people could not say later, hey, no, it was my idol that had done them, my graven image and my molten image had commanded them. Okay, so basically, um, you know, when I translate verse 3 here, uh, this is what I wrote in on my program. I have declared the former things, meaning captivity and redemption, from the beginning. In other words, the prophecies, and they went forth out of my mouth. Okay, uh, meaning what went forth out of Jesus' mouth, meaning the prophecies of both captivity and redemption, and I show them, meaning that you Israel, you lived, because Jesus is saying, and I show them. So the Jewish people lived through these prophecies of both captivity and redemption. Okay, I did them suddenly, and they, the prophecies, came to pass. So let me give you some examples of captivity in Babylon. Okay, so just remember that Jesus has declared the former things from the beginning, meaning captivity and redemption prophecies. Okay, so some examples of prophecies of captivity in Babylon. See Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 15, and you can read the entire chapter 52 of Jeremiah uh, to get a clearer picture. But of course, there's more prophecies. The the southern kingdom of Judah went into captivity for 70 years into Babylon. Okay, so there's more redemption. See Jeremiah chapter 50, if you like, Isaiah 48:14 and 48:20. Plus, there's way more. There's way more. This is just basic examples to keep a long story short, if you like. Okay, so if you read Isaiah 48:14, okay, Isaiah 48:14 right here. All you assemble yourselves and hear, which among them have declared these things. The Lord hath loved him; he will do his pleasure on Babylon, and his psalm shall be on the Chaldeans. Okay, so Jesus is going to make sure that the Jewish people are redeemed from Babylon, from the Chaldeans. Okay, and of course the other one, 48:20. Okay, go you forth of Babylon. In other words, come out of Babylon. It's a commandment, if you like. Free you from the Chaldeans. With a voice of singing, declare you, tell these, utter, even to the end of the earth. Say ye, the Lord hath redeemed his servant Jacob from Babylon. Okay, so these are just some examples, but just remember that there's way more prophecies of captivity and redemption. Okay, I just put here more and more here as well for both captivity and redemption, just to keep a long story short. Okay, so this is what he's trying to say here, folks. When I have declared the former things, meaning captivity and redemption, because the Jewish people actually have to live through them. Okay, so that they couldn't say later that it was their idols that had done them for them, because the Jewish people went into captivity because they fell into idolatry. That's why it says here on verse 3, I have declared the former things from the beginning, both captivity and redemption. Okay, So that's it, folks. I hope that you have found this useful. I just wanted to interpret basically what the waters of Judah really means, which is means Jesus, really, the Redeemer, and also what this declared former things from the beginning really means. Because what you need to realize is that it's talking about in context, okay, declaring the former things from the beginning. He's talking. God is talking here for Isaiah or Jesus, if you like, in context of what they've been through. Okay, in Babylon, that's what he's declaring the former things from the beginning. Okay, because it's in context of what they've been through in Babylon. Why? Why is saying here on this verse 3 declaring the things from declaring the former things from the beginning, so that the Jewish people can say later that hey, it was our idols that had done them. That's why it says here declaring the former things. Okay, from the beginning, in context of what the Jewish people went through regarding the captivity and later on the redemption. And yeah, just know that Waters of Judah is actually Jesus. All right, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.